Hey Sam. It's great to see you again. Today, we're going to learn the word
Ausstellung.
Hi Alex.
Ausstellung.
That sounds interesting. What does it mean?
well.
Ausstellung.
Primarily means an exhibition or display. It's commonly used when referring to art exhibitions or trade shows. Just a heads up, it sounds a bit like outstanding, but they don't mean the same thing.
That's good to know. So, it's not a false friend then.
Exactly. The most common usage is definitely for exhibitions, but it can also refer to a presentation or a demonstration in some contexts. Now, let's discuss the grammar.
Ausstellung.
Is a feminine noun, so we use the article.
Die.
The plural form is
Die Ausstellungen.
Got it. So if I wanted to say the exhibitions, I would say
Die Ausstellungen.
right. In the present tense, you might say
Ich sehe die Ausstellung.
which means I see the exhibition. For past tense, in prateritum, you would say
Ich sah die Ausstellung.
in the perfect, it's
Ich habe die Ausstellung gesehen.
and if you want to give a command, you can say
Sieh dir die Ausstellung an.
which means check out the exhibition.
wow, that's a lot.
It is, but it's good practice. The word
Ausstellung.
comes from the Old High German,
Ausstellung.
which means to put out or to display. Over time, it evolved into the current term we use today.
That's fascinating. I love learning about the history of words.
Yes, it gives you a better understanding of their use. Now, let's break down.
Ausstellung.
It consists of the prefix
Aus.
which means out, and the root
Stellung.
which means position or placement. So, together, it conveys the idea of placing something out for others to see.
That makes sense.
We can also find similar words. For instance, words that start with
Aus.
include,
Auslösen.
which means to trigger, and
Aussehen.
meaning to look. Words ending with
Ung.
include
Bildung.
for education and
Erziehung.
for upbringing. The head last rule applies here too, so the gender of compound words follows the last noun.
That's a helpful way to remember.
Let's practice some real-life situations where you might use
Ausstellung.
Imagine you're at an art gallery. You could say,
Ich möchte die Ausstellung sehen.
meaning I would like to see the exhibition.
Ich möchte die Ausstellung sehen.
Perfect. Another situation could be at a trade fair. You can say,
Wann beginnt die Ausstellung?
which means when does the exhibition start?
Wann beginnt die Ausstellung?
Great job. Lastly, if you're talking to a friend about going to see an exhibition, you could say,
Lass uns zur Ausstellung gehen.
meaning let's go to the exhibition.
Lass uns zur Ausstellung gehen.
I think I'm getting the hang of it.
For remembering the gender, since it's feminine, you can think of an
Ausstellung.
as a fancy display case, which is typically associated with feminine aesthetics.
I like that image.
It's also worth noting that
Ausstellung.
is used in formal settings, like at museums or professional events. Common phrases include
Die Ausstellung eröffnen.
meaning to open the exhibition, and
Die Ausstellung besuchen.
meaning to visit the exhibition.
Are there any words similar to
Ausstellung.
that I should watch out for?
Yes, you might confuse it with,
Ausstellung.
but that's not a word. Another one is,
Veranstaltung.
which means event. Just remember they have different meanings. Now, let's do a quick recall check. What's the gender of
Ausstellung.
It's feminine, so it's
Die Ausstellung.
correct? What's the plural form?
Die Ausstellungen.
Good. Can you give me an example in the present tense?
Ich sehe die Ausstellung.
Perfect. What does
Aus.
mean in the word?
it means out.
Yes. Lastly, what is a similar word that starts with
Aus.
Aussehen.
Meaning to look.
You did great, Sam. Today, we learned that
Ausstellung.
means exhibition, it's feminine, and we practiced how to use it in different contexts.
Thanks, Alex. I really enjoyed this lesson.
I'm glad to hear that. Keep practicing, and soon it will be second nature for you. See you next time.